Paul's Hardware is the reason why we're talking about what we're talking about here, so be sure to check out the Paul's Hardware channel over on YouTube. Yes, that is the Paul from Newegg TV. He also has his own channel on the side, Paul's Hardware. Be sure to check it out. Now, I was watching a video that this guy did about 5 things he does after installing Windows, and, you know, nerdy minds do think alike. I eventually wound up blogging about it over on the blog over at multimediajay.wordpress.com, but one of the big things that he mentioned that I was totally new to was Ninite. That would be this service over here. Now, this is practically a consumer version of stuff that, stuff that I see at work, like the batch files that automatically install programs and things along those lines. I should program a few batch files. I could probably automate a lot of stuff that I do when I set up a computer with some good batch files and stuff along those lines. But Ninite basically is an all-in-one installer thing. It gives you a customized installer based on what you select from all these programs, mostly free download programs and stuff like that. It gives you a customized installer, and then you can use the installer to keep your stuff up to date. Now, if you're like me, you kind of sometimes get drowned in update notifications from your programs, because as the mobile revolution has taken off, the desktop app releases and whatnot have tried to catch up with the mobile world, which has automated updates, downloads. I know Google Play has a lot of that kind of stuff over on Android. So, yeah, the whole situation with installing programs, even free programs from the internet, and updating them and installing them and updating them has just changed so much over the years and stuff along those lines. So, let's check out Ninite here. Since I heard Paul talk about it, let's take this for a spin. So, web browsers, Chrome and Firefox, of course, Opera, I didn't even know it was still around, so I have Skype, Thunderbird, I don't use anything else here, let's go with media, iTunes, VLC, I don't use AIMP on here, that's an Android thing for me. Yes, I still use Winamp, niche product, Audacity, the K-Lite codecs, and that's codex, not to be confused with the other word that sounds like that. Anyways, QuickTime. Yes, I do work with some QuickTime. So what's this other stuff like CCCP? Someone named something after... never mind. Java runtimes. I use Java, Silverlight. I think I have stuff for Shockwave and Adobe Air, so we'll keep that up to date. And yes, there is some .NET. I do have .NET stuff on here as well. Imaging, Picasa, the GIMP, the poor man's Photoshop, graphic image manipulation program. It's open source. This other stuff I've never heard of. Might have to check it out one of these days. Documents. I don't use OpenOffice anymore. Adobe Reader, LibreOffice. Yay. And I recognize some of these other programs too, like Foxit, Cute PDF, etc. Security, Avast, Malwarebytes. What else is on here? And, alright. File sharing, I actually don't use any peer-to-peer stuff, so I can skip that. Developer tools. Ooh, I should maybe learn how to program Python or something one of these days. Java development kits, Putty, WinMerge, Eclipse. I should check some of these out one of these days. Maybe do some programming in a language other than a basic language or something like that. Online storage, do not use yet, anyways. Google Earth, it'd be nice to keep that up to date. Steam, although Steam updates itself. So this is going to be a little redundant. Utilities. I don't use Image Burn anymore, really, because of built-in stuff in Windows and things like that. Glary Utilities I use from time to time. Classic Start would be more of a Windows 8 thing, I think. Real VNC. Alright, and over here I have 7-zip for compression. So, all these programs are, well, you know, checked now, and so, I guess the way it goes is the professional version of this... I guess the professional version of this whole thing basically will automate this for you, but the manual ones you have to run on your own. So, let's see, down in the corner, we have this Ninite 7-zip Air Audacity, blah, blah, blah. Let's click that and see what it does. So, the way this works is I should be able to take this thing over to some other programs as well. Ninite is trying to access the internet. The way this should work is I should be able to run this over... Zone alarm! This is a new program, though, so working as intended. Okay, so it's downloading Firefox, so I must not have the most recent Firefox. Now this is supposed to automate, you know, those programs that you install. If you have multiple systems like I do, you install on all your systems and stuff like that. So I should be able to take this Ninite installer, put it on a, like, what is it, a flash drive, put it on like a thumb drive, take it to all the computers, and then just run this to install all these programs, keep them up to date, and maybe not get nagged as much by stuff. Alright, so we got all this stuff downloading, waiting to download. Okay, so we got all these things. I don't know, is this downloading from Ninite caching the installers, or is it actually getting it from the website? Not too familiar with that. Either way, who wants to watch a video of a progress bar? Nobody, of course. But anyways, yeah, I see this kind of stuff at work. Like, we'll have a machine re-imaged or something like that, and then after the machine re-images, some kind of batch file will install a bunch of software and things like that, and that's pretty much what's going on here. Helps to automate, it helps to automate keeping programs up to date and stuff along those lines. But let's see what we have up top for the, go back here and let's look at some of these. Trusted by millions. We install and update 500,000 programs each day for millions of home users and Ninite Pro subscribers. NASA, Harvard Medical School, and Tupperware use these things? Cool. Some testimonials going on right there. And actually, there is a little thing that runs in the corner, and it will actually, oh great, a NAG application. But the interesting part is, yeah, maybe just, well, we'll see how that works anyways. Ninite updates for home users who want to support Ninite. It watches your apps or updates automatically for $9.99 a year. So, alright, well, we'll check this out, definitely. You were supposed to be able to run this to update everything. Now, I already have Firefox on here, so the fact that it's downloading probably means that it's updating Firefox instead of installing it. So, yeah, well, Steam, I know, probably won't need to be... Steam's probably not going to have to be downloaded, because I just downloaded a patch for that when I started the computer up, but we'll include it anyways. Alright, so let's, well, it's probably going to be very, it's probably going to be a little anticlimactic and not very dramatic, you know, just watching this progress bar thing, but alright, let's see how this works. VLC! VLC! And I wonder why I can't have talk by the time I'm done with these darn videos. Anyways, I've been doing some reading while this thing has been downloading, and as it turns out, this NAG app is actually extra stuff. The way to update it is to keep the installer around, and I think what I'll do is I'll keep the installer around, and when I get a NAG message, hey, you've got programs that might need to be updated, I'll run Ninite and see if they do need to be updated. Now let's quit staring at the website here. Where's the installer? It does take a while to download, actually, but then again, yeehaw, DSL country. Thanks, Frontier! Alright, so downloading VLC. It's still not done with VLC yet. Either way, VLC's been nagging me anyway, so whatever. Now this is interesting. It's up to Skype right now, finishing that up. Hold the camera steady. Well, I am in a swivel chair and stuff like that. This is kind of interesting. Apparently it is smart enough to skip stuff that's up to date, and or in Steam and 7-zip, the one I have is actually newer than the one Ninite has. So it's cool that it's skipping over stuff. So obviously I have a lot of stuff that needs to be updated. So I guess this is what? This is going to get faster. This will get faster eventually. So yeah. Alright, so okay, up to date. It skips stuff if the installed version is newer, or it skips it if it's up to date or something like that. So, nice. It's smart enough to do that. Good. I might pass this thing around to some of the other systems afterwards. Done! I think it just took a while because I had some stuff that needed to be updated, but I can now save this installer and have it check for updates later on as well. So I'm going to send this sucker around on a thumb drive and install it that way on at least the laptop, if not the netbook too. So, shoutouts to Paul's Hardware for introducing me to the Ninite service. I will definitely be making plenty of use of the Ninite service in the future as well. So be sure to check out Paul's Hardware over on YouTube. Big thumbs up, although it's kind of dark, so I can't really, you know, I'm silhouetted and stuff like that. So, well, shadow thumbs up to Paul's Hardware for introducing me to this Ninite service. It's definitely going to save me some hassle with keeping various programs up to date on the various systems that I roll with. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.